guys what you would want to talk about today, and I saw a couple of people really wanting to discuss Everyone Is You Pushed Out, and someone wanted to know how to ace life and become unstoppable. And I think that those are great that we are going to talk about very briefly today. So, Everyone Is You Pushed Out. Basically, what Everyone Is You Pushed Out is what the law of assumption is based on. The law of assumption is that what you think or assume, and assuming is believing something without proof, that is what's going to be mirrored back to you, reflected back to you in your 3D reality. So, Everyone Is You Pushed Out essentially means that you push out via your thoughts and assumptions what you think the world around you, the people in it, all the circumstances, including even your physical appearance and body, are going to be like, and that is what is ultimately mirrored back to you in your 3D reality. So one of the ways I like to explain that is, I don't wear red lipstick, but I have a lipstick, and if I were to put that on my lips, which I have, I would expect when I look in the mirror that what is going to be reflected back to me is red lipstick. So if I took it out and put it on and was not in front of a mirror, I would expect that my lips would be the color of my lipstick. And if it was red, I would expect that to be red, because that's what I think, that's what I expect, and that's what I assume, and that's what's mirrored back to me. Now, if you can do the same thing about people, everyone, and everything. It's essentially what the law of assumption is based on. Some people use the analogy that you're the projector and everyone, you project out your thoughts and everything around you is the film, and what is projected back to you, mirrored back to you, is what you are projecting out. Just like literally a projector projects out a picture, and then that is what you see. And that is what is mirrored back to you. Some people use the analogy that you are the director and everyone is an actor. And you control what the set looks like, what the people say, what the people do, because you're the director, and whatever you say has to go. Well, whatever you think has to be the way that everything is, because literally that is the law of assumption. So I like to try to use examples to help people to understand this. And I have a fairly good example of Everyone Is You Pushed Out in regards to a coworker. So I'm going to use that to help you guys to understand it a little bit better. Because with Everyone Is You Pushed Out, people in your reality don't have the free will to show up any differently than what you think or assume. Free will is an illusion. They don't have it. Whether you look at it as free will, you're giving it to them, or you assume that they have it, so therefore they have it, or whether you're just assuming that they have it because they're treating you a certain way, it is still an assumption. Whether you assume you gave it to them, or you're assuming that they have it because they're acting a certain way, still an assumption. People don't have free will. They must show up how you assume, how you think, and mirror that back to you. So I have a coworker. He's actually a pretty dope guy to me. And when I years ago, before I knew about the law of assumption, I did not form opinions about people when I met them. It's just something that I didn't really do. I would wait to get to know somebody before I formed a hard, draw the line opinion, right? When I first interacted with him, I could tell he was very analytical, and he and I always got along. One night, he had said something I found was funny, and I was laughing, and he was laughing about it. And the other girls are like, "You get along with him?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't. He's just an asshole." And I was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." Then later on in the night, after I hear what these girls have to say, I see him and another girl, like they're squabbling back and forth, like with each other. And I saw, oh, snap. Now, this was after I knew about law of assumption, mind you. This was after. And I'm watching him and her, these girls, argue and squabble and like carry on. And I was like, oh, I'd never seen him act like that before. Well, let me explain what happened. My assumption was starting to be based on what they told me, that he was a jerk to them. To me, he's cool. To them, he's not cool. But it's based on assumptions. People have to mirror that back to you, reflect that back to you. And that's how it always is. It doesn't matter whether it's money. It doesn't matter whether it's your house, your body, anyone in your reality. It literally does not matter. If you affirm and persist and you keep strong in your affirming and what you expect to see, people will change. I literally had a family member who did have some mental health concerns. They weren't doing really well. And I affirmed for this person that they were happy, healthy, and whole, and that they were joyous and enjoying life. And they did have a bridge of incidents that wasn't very pleasant, but they are now the happiest that I've ever seen them. Took a person that was for a long time in a very unpleasant emotional state. They were very unhappy. And now they are happy, joyous, carefree, love their life, complete change of state. You just have to affirm and persist for what you want so it can be mirrored back to you, because it literally doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter who it is. Everyone in your reality has to show up as you assume. They must. It's spiritual law. And that's why you hear of things to where SPs completely change for good or not for good. Because if you're affirming and persisting that they're a great person, they will start to mirror that back to you, reflect that back to you. But on the other hand, if you're not a conscious creator and you see your SP do something stupid and you think, oh my God, they're an idiot. And then a couple weeks later, they do something again. And you're sitting there thinking, are they really that incompetent? And then before you know it, the SP's showing up like a buffoon. Or take a different scenario. You could literally have situations where you and your SP go to the store. He's talking to the sales girl without you over there because maybe he's talking about something he might want to buy you as a gift. And he's getting her opinion. But you are sitting there thinking, oh my God, he's always flirting with other women. That girl's laughing. He's flirting with her. He's trying to get her damn number. And you're going off the chain thinking, oh my God, he can't even keep it in his pants. And then the next thing you know, you keep thinking that and you see more evidence because you're not assigning meanings that work for you. You keep seeing evidence that isn't true. And, next thing you know, he's talking to someone else and then he's talking to someone else. And then before you know it, you have a third party. Well, you always have to assign meanings that work for you because people are going to show up exactly as you assume. If you assume your SP is being an idiot and you keep thinking that, they will eventually start showing up like they are unintelligent and incompetent. If you keep assigning meanings to things that your SP is going to go out on you, or every woman that he talks to, it's because he wants to hit her up, he will eventually hit somebody up and you'll create a third party. Everything must be mirrored back to you and reflected back to you. Spiritual law, fact, it's literally based. That is what a law of assumption is literally based on. Everyone is you pushed out is just, I guess you could say, kind of a way to explain it, because everyone is you pushed out, because everything you think and assume is pushed out from you, and then that's mirrored back to you, reflected back to you, like you're standing in front of a mirror. So I feel like I've kind of hopefully explained well enough. Everyone is you pushed out. Now, the other person wanted to know how to ace your life, how to become unstoppable. You do that by stepping into your power as the operant power every single day. So when you first get up, if you're affirming for your manifestation abilities, which should always include the core 3, I'm a master at manifesting. I always get what I want. Everything always works out for me, or some equivalent to that. Because if you form those assumptions and you step into your power every day as operant power, you will become unstoppable. Because regardless of what you're affirming for, if your 3 key assumptions about you as a manifester are, I'm a fucking master at manifesting, I always get what I want, and everything always works out for me, what is going to happen? You're going to always get what you want. Everything's always going to work out for you because you're a fucking master at manifesting, period. I can't tell you how many times that I've gotten shit that I haven't even really affirmed for. I just literally thought that I didn't want something or I didn't prefer it. Guess what? Went away. I mean, I can literally think of probably like 3 or 4 situations off the top of my head. I was supposed to have the handyman come over. I decided I wanted to go get a pedicure because I did. And I was thinking, I'd really like to go get a pedicure today, but he's going to be coming over. Next thing I know, the dude's texting me saying that he can't come over. Yay, me. You know what Flossie did? Flossie went and got a pedicure. Another time, cleaning lady was supposed to come over. I didn't feel like dealing with it, this, that, and the other thing. And I was just kind of like, well, I said she could come over, but really wasn't my bag of tea. The morning she was supposed to come over, she texted me. Couldn't come over. So she had to reschedule. Yay, me. Also got what I wanted. Was supposed to take a test on an international proctored platform. And I was complaining up a storm about how I really didn't want to take the test at that day and time because it wasn't my normal day and time and I wanted more time to study. Well, the international platform literally basically was shut down, couldn't check IDs. They were making tweets about it on Twitter, and teachers were being emailed. There was all these posts for my college, and basically the test kept moving until it moved to the day and time that I wanted to take it, period. And I literally had hella homework last week, forgot about a project. I mean, I remembered it, but my partner and I actually miscalculated the due date, because that's sometimes what happens when you have these floating due dates. And I was overwhelmed with homework and said, I wish that I didn't have as much homework. Well, yay. One of my assignments literally got moved to now being due this Friday instead of being due last Sunday. Yay, me. Shit like that happens for me all the fucking time now. Why? Because everything always works out for me. I'm a master at manifesting, and I always get what I want. Always get what I want. Always get the easiest shifts at work because I affirm for that, and then I get them. I get them. I want money. I think about how much money I want, and I get it. Why? Because I always assume that everything works out for me. That is an assumption. I still affirm it, but I literally believe I have the assumption everything always works out for me. I always get what I want, and I'm a master at manifesting. So if you form those key assumptions by affirming and persisting in that and stepping into that power every single day, those are the first thoughts that you think. The minute that your alarm goes off and you affirm that here and there throughout the day, just like you would affirm, let's say you think of your SP and your thought is, ugh, he's never going to text me. You flip that immediately and use your manifesting affirmations in with it. So you'd be like, of course he's going to text me. He's always blowing up my phone. He's madly in love with me. Why wouldn't he be? Because I'm the sexiest woman on this planet. I can literally have any man that I want because everything always works out for me. I always get what I want, and I'm a master at manifesting. So if you affirm and persist in what you want, and you keep your mental diet clean, but then you always have the core 3 thoughts about yourself, about your manifestation abilities, I think that that is how you ace life and that you become unstoppable. Period. Is have those core 3. And then affirm for what you want. You persist in it. You ignore the 3D. When the 3D is showing you some bullshit, you just are kind of like later, and you don't pay any attention to it as much as you can. Keep your mental diet, keep your mind straight, and stay laser focused. But I feel like I've become unstoppable and have aced my life, and I'm getting manifestation after manifestation because I believe I'm the master at manifesting, always get what I want, and everything always works out for me. Fucking period. And because I said so. So I hope this information is helpful to you, even though I'm kind of a rambler, but it is what it is. That's how I talk. So I'm just going to be me, and that's that. All right, anyway, have a great day, and I will check in with you next week.